Fox News.
Stay at home. Do not travel on the roads.
That was Mayor John Whitmire last night. Shelby Rose with Fox 26 TV out on the Houston streets, seeing glass everywhere, and when she looks up,
blinds and drapes that are just blowing in the wind from how many windows were just blown out. Insulation riddling this intersection, and damage and debris aside, unfortunately, there were 4 confirmed deaths here in this area because of this storm.
The damage and flooding isn't just in Texas. Louisiana also got hit. There are about 1 million power outages in those states. A different kind of drama in Louisville, Kentucky that Fox's Todd Pyro reports has delayed a major golf tournament.
Police reportedly putting Scottie Scheffler, the #1 golfer in the world, in handcuffs ahead of round 2 of the PGA Championship. ESPN reporter Jeff Darlington saying it happened, quote, after a misunderstanding with traffic flow led to his attempt to drive past a police officer into Valhalla Golf Club. Darlington going on to say, quote, the police officer then began to scream at Scheffler to get out of the car.
Now, Scheffler was supposed to tee off this hour, but play has been delayed there more than an hour. They'll start at about 8:30 Eastern. As for the accident, he was trying to get around a shuttle bus hit and killed a pedestrian near the golf course. There was also drama at the House last night between congresswomen.
Do you know what we're here for?
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene said to Jasmine Crockett, upset Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play,
Baby.
Crockett then insulted Greene as looking butch with bleach blonde hair, all before Republicans on the House Oversight Committee voted to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress for refusing to turn over recordings of a Biden interview with a special counsel. America's listening to Fox News.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
4th cup of coffee?
Still R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
There is no Trump trial today. Instead, the former president will be in Florida attending his son Barron Trump's high school graduation. Then later, the former president will campaign in Minnesota. The day after more, Michael Cohen testimony at the trial in New York.
Defense attorneys continued to question Michael Cohen, bringing up past lies that could damage his credibility with the jury. Cohen is the state's last witness and was asked about his intent behind recording private discussions with the former president and what he hoped to get as a result of his loyalty, such as a White House position. Former President Trump again claimed this trial is purely political.
You know, they're trying to rush to get it done before the election so that they can harm me, so they can hurt their political opponent.
There will be no court session Friday. Michael Cohen returns to the witness stand Monday morning in New York City. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures up a little. The day after the Dow surged up over 40,000 for the first time, then fell back down under it, ending the day with a loss. In the NBA playoffs, a big blowout.
The T-Wolves went on a 29-5 run in the first quarter and did not look back. Minnesota mauled Denver by 45 points. 115-70 to force a deciding Game 7 in Denver Sunday.
I think we need to sink in, like, it's a great loss. They beat us, they destroy us, and we should learn it, and you need to give them respect, you know.
Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets suffered the most lopsided loss ever in the playoffs by a defending champion. The previous record was 36 points. This was 45.
Fox's Jared Max. A stunner on the ice. The New York Rangers were losing 3-1 in the third period in Carolina. Then Chris Kreider scored 3 straight goals. New York added an empty netter, beating the Hurricanes and knocking them out of the NHL playoffs. Vancouver beat Edmonton to go up 3-2 in that series. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. One person killed in a motor vehicle accident Wednesday night just outside of Champaign. Sheriff's office responded at about 11 o'clock in Hensley Township. One car headed north on County Road 900 East near 2400 North when it crossed into the southbound lanes and struck by a second. Names of everyone involved not yet released. The First Friday's concert series underway in Paxton. May 3rd was the first performance featuring a classic rock band. The concert series takes place on the first Friday of every month, hence its namesake. The reception for the series has been overwhelmingly positive. In Illinois, 114,000 people are banned from owning guns because of legal tangles or mental health issues. 3/4 of them haven't surrendered their firearms. Sheriff Tom Dart seeking $10 million from state lawmakers to tackle what he calls, in naming the report, a firearm regulations crisis. The aim would be reducing the chance potentially volatile people would exhibit. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Oh, good morning. It's Friday, May 17. We made it to the weekend. ESPN 93.5. Nice having you along here as we get it going. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I am Stevie Jay. This is meteorologist Greg Solier. I don't know what we got in the gauge last night, but
another 80, about 8/10 from Willard and south there towards Philo and Sydney. So yeah, a little too much there.
Little duck soup here in the fog this morning.
Yeah.
Have your lights on. Make sure that people can, not necessarily, as Woody Burnell, driver instructor, told me in high school, not necessarily for you to see, but you to be seen.
Yes.
So
there you go.
There's that. All right, my friend, our weather brought to you by Urbana Park District.
And they've got all kinds of great ideas with summer camps approaching. The pool opens on May 25th. Punch cards are the best value memberships for families or individuals. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
And it's our meteorologist, Greg Solier, with a detailed look at our forecast for the weekend. Sir, how do we look?
Well, yeah, maybe get those, if we could get those pools going, we'll probably need them before the weekend is done and early next week with temperatures rising well into the 80s. So we kind of get one weather system off to the east. Another one begins to make its way here into early next week. We'll get another midweek break in the wet weather and then do it again late next week. So the parade of features continues on. A couple of days of rain, 2.5, 3 days of dry time, and best we can muster up for you here. But at least warm weather, so that helps with some sense of drying and firming. And if it's in the ground and even keeled in soil moisture, then I'm sure some very good crop emergence and development expected, along with those broods of cicada. I'm sure they're hopping and popping, and will continue to do so here in the warm-up and soil readings. 61 now at Willard and Savoy, 59 Rantoul, 61 Danville, Bloomington normal at 58. That got that dense fog advisory till about 9 this morning. Visibilities are ranging from about 1/8 to 1/4 mile. Fog will lift. We'll get some midday sun and then a variably cloudy afternoon. There's still some peaks and pokes of sun, and there's still some rain south of I-70. We may bubble up a stray shower here or a thunderstorm in a couple of spots late this afternoon and evening time. Nothing widespread expected there. Afternoon highs for the day today here expected to top out pretty comfortable up to about 78. We'll bottom out tonight at 59 to 61. More fog late night tonight. Another foggy start tomorrow. Then partly sunny, warm, slim, small, isolated chance for a late day shower with a high at 83. 86 on Friday. It's warm and dry there. Good part of Monday. Warm, dry at 88. Late Monday to Tuesday, a couple of outbreaks of showers and thunderstorms, and we'll dry it out the middle and late portions of next week. At least Wednesday, Thursday, daytime temperatures still pretty mild, up near 80 degrees. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Well, again, good morning. Nice to have you listening. So, PGA Valhalla, it's in Louisville, Kentucky. This is one of the majors. And so something happened this morning that has just really kind of blown up. Apparently, a pedestrian fan was going to the golf course in Valhalla, golf course for the PGA Championship, 5 a.m., dark and raining. And a shuttle bus hit and killed the pedestrian. So that caused all kinds of, obviously, police and roads being blocked and traffic being snarled. You're talking about tens of thousands of people trying to get to the tee times. And you're talking about 150 golfers and their caddies trying to get access to the driving range when it gets light. So they're going there earlier. But again, keep in mind, it's dark. There's no moon. This is storming. And you got a lot of people in confusion. So Scotty Scheffler, the world number one, attempts to drive in. All the players are on specially marked cars. Scotty's driving himself, which I thought the caddies kind of drove, or he had people. Usually golfers have their caddies drive.
Okay.
So Scotty Scheffler's in a specially marked vehicle. He is told to wait, and he keeps driving. And then a police officer jumps on his car, and he stops the vehicle, gets out. They shove him up against the car and handcuff him.
Oh, boy.
And says he's going to jail.
Oh, man.
So it's, again, keep in mind, it's dark, raining, and the police are not identified because they have the yellow jacket on. So you don't know if it's security guard or the police. But he wanted to he had the marked car that says he's a player. But apparently it's dark, it's raining, and there's a lot of stress and confusion because of the fatality. So Scotty is being detained in a police vehicle at this hour. And the PGA is supposed to update. They're going to get a late start because of everything and get that going at about, I think it's 8:25 is the goal. But I don't think they've had their press conference at this point to explain everything that's going on. But so didn't know he was a police officer.
Right. And he drove about 20 or 30 yards after being told to stop.
Yeah.
Scheffler tried to explain he did not know the man who was trying to stop him was a police officer. Darlington said that Scheffler did not raise his voice during this confrontation.
But the police officer apparently did.
Right.
And they said screaming obscenities and then saying you tried to run over me.
Police officer also saying there's nothing you can do. He's going to jail.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the situation in Louisville, Kentucky for the PGA Championship. But again, it looks like a massive under duress misunderstanding why you didn't identify the car, because a car before had gotten through because the car, it's marked. And so there was only a caddy and a player, and he said they let me through because I had the marked car. So again, dark, stressful, everything else, misunderstanding.
Scheffler's tee time was supposed to be 10:48, now 10:08. They're bumping everything back from the PGA of America.
Wait a minute, you said 10:48?
Now he's 10:08.
Why would they go earlier? It's not going to happen earlier.
His scheduled slate was at 8:48.
8:48.
8:48.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's right.
And then, so they're starting to bump things, a delay of an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. So again, big misunderstanding. We'll see how they sort it out. Will Scotty play? Will he withdraw? The number one player, obviously there's a lot going there. It doesn't really matter. Apparently he didn't follow instructions. However, he's supposed to be identified by the car, which he had. So there's a couple of mistakes by both sides, I think. And so if they can figure it out, will he play? I mean, is this too much duress? Was he injured shoving him into the car? I don't know.
Right. And it also talks about some of the other golfers having golf carts come to their vehicle to try to get them out of the snarls of traffic.
Well, Will Zalatorius walked 1.5 miles in the rain with his caddy, and they got a golf cart once they got there. But again, keep in mind, tens of thousands are trying to get in.
Yes.
So this thing is just miles and miles and miles backed up. And again, you can go and do the study on how this was handled. Is it just, should we have done XYZ with traffic versus XYZ with traffic? I mean, they'll figure it out.
Yep.
But again, I've never heard of anything like this. Pedestrian killed by a shuttle bus. You're going to need to do the investigation, but it's raining and windy and dark. And so
it could be in a bottlenecking situation.
Could be anyway.
Coming right in.
And golf courses aren't set up to park 50,000 cars. Yeah. You're not set up for that.
Rain is forecast for virtually all day, they say, in the Louisville area, with the heaviest showers predicted here in the morning. Xander Schauffele is the one that leads right now by 3 strokes. A brilliant record-setting 9-under round yesterday.
Yeah, and Scotty is in the top 10 right now. So, all right, it's 7:14. We get our other sports headlines, 217-359-2255. If you want to jump on the Fisher National Bank text line and tell me stuff you might know that we haven't covered here already on the PGA situation this morning. All right, sports headlines, Diane Ducey.
Speaking of golf, Stevie, we have Coach Mike Small on around 8:33 this morning.
Awesome.
To talk about moving on in the regionals, winning at Stanford, and the next round in California next week. So go Illini. And when it comes to the opening series against Purdue, our Illini came out on top 5-4.
There's a doubleheader. They scheduled 2.
I think it was shifted last minute.
Okay. They planned 2 because of the rain today.
It says game 2, 7 o'clock in West Lafayette today.
Okay, very good. We got the first one. I think one more seals it for the Illini. as a Big Ten champion to play in Omaha in the Big Ten tournament. I guess is what we know. Okay.
Right. And Nebraska and Illinois and Purdue, all with these really tight winning, records and things like that. Also trending in Illini Nation is Josh Whitman and more responsibilities, NCAA D1 Council Chair.
Yeah, I've got all the write out of there because I read it and I still don't quite know what he's doing. But it's
stuff.
It's a massive leadership role for the future of Division I athletics and college basketball. Let me repeat that. Massive leadership as the lead chair of the future of college athletics. That would mean NIL and figuring all that out.
Yeah.
So good for Josh. At least he's not going to get busy.
He's not already busy.
It's an honor, but I would think he's going to be even busier than he is. So.
And in the NJCAA Central Division Finals, Parkland over East Central College, Missouri, 15-5 semifinals today. In Normal's Corn Crib at 2 against Heartland. So go Cobras. All right, we've got Boston and the St. Louis Cardinals. 7:15 start here on ESPN 93.5. Would you like to do your Redbird recap?
Yes, we would.
The Cardinals last played on Wednesday when they lost to the Angels 7-2, but did take 2 of 3 in the series. The team enjoyed an off day yesterday after traveling home, and now they are set to return for a 9-game, 3-series homestand. First up is a 3-game set against the Red Sox starting tonight at Busch Stadium. Kyle Gibson will go for the Cardinals. The right-hander is 2-2 with a 3.67 ERA. Over his last 5 starts, his ERA is just 2.10. Brian Bayo goes for the Red Sox. He's having a good season. He's 4-1 with a 3.13 ERA. With a 2.79 team ERA, the Red Sox lead all of Major League Baseball in that category. It's also the return of outfielder Tyler O'Neill, who the Cardinals traded to the Red Sox in the offseason. O'Neill is tied for 8th in Major League Baseball with 10 home runs. Following Gibson's start today, Miles Michaelis and Matthew Liberatore are also scheduled to pitch this series for the Cardinals. This homestand will also feature visits from the Baltimore Orioles and Chicago Cubs. Tonight, first pitch is scheduled for 7:15. Our coverage gets underway at 6:20. For the St. Louis Cardinals Radio Network, I'm Matt Pauley.
The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
Pittsburgh beat the Cubs 5-4 yesterday. Kyle Hendricks to the mound over on US 105.9. It'll be Pirates and Cubbies at 1:20. Chicago White Sox start up a series against the New York Yankees. That's at 6:05. We also, I guess that's about it.
Okay.
We've got Cop on Top at Dunkin' supporting Special Olympic athletes. So your local Dunkin' locations will have the Cops on Top.
Awesome. All right, ESPN 93.5. Weather brought to you by Kurt Lenschout, State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Eastern Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity over the next 5 to 7 days. Still the scattered outbreaks of showers and thunderstorms mixed with several days of dry time from time to time. But a damp environment for this morning with areas of fog. Later on this morning, this afternoon, may spring a pop-up shower at a couple of spots. Otherwise becoming partly sunny, 77 with light wind. Tonight, a lingering shower chance this evening. Areas of late night fog down to 59 to 61 tomorrow. Some fog early on, then becoming partly sunny, warm. Slim chance for a stray shower. A much drier day tomorrow at 83. Dry weather on Sunday, good part of Monday. High temperatures into the middle and upper 80s with light winds, nights in the 60s. Next, a scattering of showers and thunderstorms due in for Tuesday. Out by Wednesday, dry next Thursday. More rain for next Friday. Otherwise, daytime temperatures for the upper 80s on Monday, upper 80s again on Tuesday. Highs upper 70s, low 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Still up near 80 degrees for late next week on Friday. So warm weather back into play across the area. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olchis, Greg Solgay.
Oh, and Minnesota Timberwolves beat Denver. The Nuggets are defending NBA champions by 45 points last night, 115-70. It's called, all right, they got us. Let's go to Game 7 back home. We'll go back home. See them soon.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868. Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Meme stocks AMC and GameStop are both higher this morning. It appears the stocks will finish the week substantially higher than where they started. Coming into today's session, AMC shares are up 59% over the past 5 days. GameStop is 58% higher than a week ago. The revival of meme stock trading has helped trading platform Robinhood Markets. Its shares are up 10% this week. Shoppers are back to buying shoes in person, especially from Skechers. The athletic footwear brand says sales involving retailers were up nearly 10% in the recent quarter from a year ago. And Daimler Truck and Volvo Group will form a joint venture to develop software-based manufacturing that will build digitized heavy-duty vehicles. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jimmy Cosola, invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
Hey, this is Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. Every Tuesday, you'll hear what's on my mind. Plus, every Thursday, there's a special bonus episode where we answer the questions that are on your mind. Make sure to spend your Tuesdays and Thursdays with Trey. Subscribe now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you download podcasts. Hope to see you.
America's listening to Fox News.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club.
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and...
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Rieken, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Illini fans, join us in Memorial Stadium as we honor 100 years of tradition with $100 football season tickets. Don't miss a moment this season and lock in your tickets for Homecoming, Dad's Day, and a special rededication of Memorial Stadium on October 19th against the University of Michigan. Experience more cherished moments at Memorial Stadium this season and get your $100 season tickets at fightingillini.com.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com. A slap of the bat, high fives at the plate. They're all celebrated at Pia's Sports Bar and Grill after the game. Super beer specials, great drinks, big screen TVs, and fun food all await you at Pia's. Whether it be Pia's delicious wings, the big pork tenderloin, or Pia's famous Grand Slam or Slugger Burger, you'll find all your favorites available until 11 p.m. Chill out at Pia's in the beer garden and enjoy being served by a great staff. See you at Pia's, Springfield and Mattis, Champaign.
All right, ESPN 93.5. Cincinnati beat the Dodgers 7-2. The Reds win, so I'll be covering the Reds scores until further notice. Jacob, the son-in-law's up there. We're going to probably cover this. Let's give you the score.
That's all good.
Jacob did not play.
Now, I saw on the craw, is it De La Cruz?
L.A. De La Cruz, 21 years old, tied a Reds all-time record with 4 stolen bases in a game.
Wow.
You can't. He's 6'5". They did throw him out on the 5th attempt, which would have been a Reds record. But you're going to have a hard time ever throwing that man out. He's just so fast and athletic.
Yeah, he's only 22.
Just turned then. He was 21, last I heard. Anyway, so there's that. Okay, so Josh Whitman University of Illinois Athletics Director Josh Whitman is the new chair of the NCAA Division I Council. And you're saying, what's that? Exactly what I said. He became a Big Ten rep on the council in July 23, so last summer. Was elected to the chair position during the council's April meeting with outgoing chair Linda Teeler recently accepting a job with the NCAA. Whitman has already stepped into his new responsibilities. He'll hold that until the end of June of 2026. Division I Council is a representative group of 40 athletic directors, senior women administrators, faculty athletics representatives, conference commissioners, and student athletes charged with providing day-to-day decision-making and leadership for Division I athletics. As council chair, Josh Whitman also becomes a voting member of the NCAA Division I Board of Directors, comprised primarily of presidents and chancellors from Division I institution and an ex officio member of the NCAA Board of Governors, the highest governing body of the NCAA. So he's kind of a big deal. On the national scale. And so, I'm thinking flight risk. He could go do something else.
Oh, he won't do that.
Anyway, he's going to know everybody, and everybody's going to love him. And I think he loves Illinois, but, you could see him elevating. Maybe he could be the head of the NCAA or something.
Or the Big Ten commissioner.
Whatever.
We talked about that last time we had him on.
Listen, the guy's very good, very talented, very smart. And, but for now he's our AD, which is awesome. And we'll see where we go. We'll talk to Mike Small after 8:30 about the NCAA championships. That'll be coming up for this team that, weren't settled here a couple of weeks ago. Feel pretty settled now after winning the Stanford Regional. A lot of good teams out there, and they didn't just win. They blew everybody away. So how does Mike do it? How does Mike Small, in a cold environment, we're called a cold weather school in golf, how do you get A, players to come here, and B, help them get better, like, not every time. There's some players that don't make it. Some players leave. Not very often, but it's just across the board. The rate of players that just blossom into guys that can make money at golf. And if you think about making money at golf, there's only 125 guys on the PGA. And that's based on the top money winners. You have to earn money, and if you're at 124 on the PGA list, then you're only making $1.5 million a year. That's like chump change. You're making more on your sponsorships, but we just have a steady stream of players that go to the PGA and make a pretty good living. It's not easy. It's a grind. But I might ask them about my live golf theory, that a live golfer will never, ever win a major in the United States. Because once you take $150 million and go from the Saudi Arabian League where you play shorts in only 54 holes, not 72.
And it's kind of scramble style, isn't it?
It's shotgun. So that means you start on 14. I'm in shorts. There's no reason to grind if you got $75 million in the bank. It's a different feel. You don't have to keep your job. You don't have to worry about winning all the money. You don't have to worry about grinding through the rain and the sleet and the snow to practice in your Wisconsin home like Steve Stricker. No, you're good. So I don't think they've got it in them. That's a theory. It's a total master's and PhD theory.
There we go.
But I don't think, we'll see. Because you got John Rahm's now a live golfer. Dustin Johnson, where's he been? Brooks Koepka, where you been? Oh, I won on the live tour. Good. That's only 54 holes in shorts. Good.
Right.
It's just not the same.
Okay.
When you're financially good, will you grind in your life? Or you say, I'm not getting up early. Why would I? Silly.
Should we think as live as more of the retirement chapter of a golfer?
Till further notice. Sorry. Prove it. You don't got it anymore. You've now, the John Rahm's, is he a Michael Jordan competitive? I don't know. Tiger is. If you've got that burning competitiveness, the money really didn't matter. You got to win. And I just think my presumption is I'm good. My family's good, and about 5 generations are good if we're smart.
Right.
So I don't think that that's going to happen. But Mike will have an opinion on that. Grinding is part of the deal. Life is a grind sometimes. You have to be tough and get up, and when you're knocked over, you're knocked over. Everybody is. It's how do you react. It's not what happens. It's how you react to what happens, because it happens to everybody. But you feel so alone because can you believe this happened? It happens to everyone. All right, we'll be back. Johnny is up next. Brother Johnny next, ESPN 93.5. Latest that we have on the Scotty Scheffler. You didn't hear that? I'll give you all the details. Unbelievable. Stand by, 7:30.
This is Eric Bowen with Provident Financial Group. We are honored to be celebrating 15 years of service and want to thank all of our amazing clients for their confidence and trust. We look forward to meeting the needs of current and future clients in the years to come. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The world's top-ranked golfer, Scotty Scheffler, is detained by police ahead of round 2 of the PGA Championship tournament in Louisville, Kentucky, after an unrelated fatal pedestrian accident.
ESPN reporter Jeff Darlington saying it happened after a misunderstanding led to his attempt to drive past a police officer into Valhalla Golf Club. Now, Darlington goes on to say the police officer then began to scream at Scheffler to get out of the car. When Scheffler exited the vehicle, the officer shoved Scheffler against the car and immediately placed him in handcuffs.
Fox's Todd Pyro, the accident has round 2 starting after a delay. There's storm damage in and around Houston, Texas.
A fierce storm with winds gusting up to 100 miles an hour ripped through Houston, blowing out skyscraper windows, downing trees, knocking out power to more than 1 million customers, and leaving 4 dead.
Fox's Carmen Roberts. At least 2 of those deaths are from fallen trees, another in a crane accident. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. First Friday concert series underway in Paxton. May 3rd was the first performance featuring local rock bands and songs from the 70s and 80s. Concert series takes place on the first Friday of every month, hence its namesake. The reception for the series has been overwhelmingly positive. A plan heading to the governor's desk would require school vendors and learning partners to comply with the state's new comprehensive literacy plan. Lawmakers and advocates say vendors responsible for English language arts improvements plans should abide by the Literacy and Justice for All Act. The Illinois bill requiring school vendors follow statewide literacy standards heads to Senate. Monday kicked off the start of National Police Week, and one local central Illinois police department bringing officers of the past and present together to celebrate their history after over a decade of collecting artifacts and memorabilia. Champaign Police Historical Society dedicated their new historical room Tuesday morning, displaying the history of Champaign Police for all to see. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. ESPN 93.5, 733. Weather this morning brought to you by Carl.
Monitor your skin regularly and talk with your doctor if you notice any changes. For more information, go to carl.org/skin cancer.
Okay, everyone, let's check weather-free Central Illinois. Champaign and Van vicinity. Yesterday's shower thunderstorm activity, half to 3/4 of an inch of rain in the gauge here across Champaign County. Shifting into the Ohio Valley will stand its northern flank for the day today. Warming temperatures will help to dry things out before new scattered showers and thunderstorms get going into the early part of next week. A little bit of fog to contend with, with visibilities down to fractions of a mile early on. Otherwise, a shower thunderstorm chance in a couple of spots later this afternoon, up to 77. Lingering shower chance this evening, areas of late night fog down to 59 to 60. Tomorrow, some fog early, becoming partly sunny. Small chance for an afternoon shower and a high at 83. Partly cloudy, warm weather for the day Sunday at 86, up to 88 on Monday. Maybe a late day shower thunderstorm, then a couple of showers, thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Daytime temperatures into the 80s, highs in the mid to upper 70s around here for the next Thursday and Friday, and another crack at some moisture and scattered coverage basis for late next week as well. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Adolphus, Greg Sold, guys.
All righty, 734, ESPN 93.5. It is time for our Brother Johnny segment on Friday mornings in Louisiana. You all right with the weather? Because I know some bad stuff's been moving through down there, huh?
Had some rain come through, but yeah, we're good. We're good where I am.
Okay. All right. Because as we've talked about before, New Orleans is kind of think of a cereal bowl. You're kind of a bowl down there, lower levels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got all kinds
below the sea level.
It's a bowl. Yeah. But we've been good here since Ida. Hurricane Ida was 3 years ago, and that was a disaster. Then we have had nothing. Yeah. And when we don't have a hurricane, it's kind of like San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay, not quite, but yeah, it's been really good.
All right, so I'm sure you've not heard about the incident this morning, a tragedy at Valhalla, the home of the PGA Championship this weekend. There was a pedestrian that was walking to the golf course at 5 a.m. that got hit by a bus, and he died.
Wow, that is bad.
And then the traffic went absolutely crazy, and then Scotty Scheffler was trying to get in the facility. It's raining, it's dark, everybody's in the yellow reflective jacket. He was told to stop. He went around and kept going 20 or 30 yards. The police officer said, "You tried to run over me." Got Scotty out of the car, shoved him up against the car, put him in an orange jumpsuit, and arrested him.
Okay, I don't believe the orange jumpsuit part.
I mean, they took him to the mugshot. We saw the mugshot of Scotty Scheffler. Johnny, I love police. I've been to support his police, but somebody needs to de-escalate something here. He didn't know they were the police. He's trying to get in to hit a few balls before he tees off. It's raining and dark. I'm in a car specifically marked that I'm a golfer because it's specially marked. The guy before him got waved through apparently a few minutes earlier. And so he's going around, and then they went ballistic on him. And I don't understand. I don't know all the details, but it looks like somebody needed to de-escalate something.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just people trying to do what they think they're supposed to do, and it was a big mistake. The good news for Scotty, he'll probably be playing today. If it was Trump, put him in jail.
There's that. That's true.
Or somebody else on a political front, but no, Scotty will be fine. But that's a shame. That is really too bad.
It is, but it just the irony of our life today, where we have absolute terrorists in our country, and we're putting an orange jumpsuit in Scotty Scheffler. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah, if we're going around on the right, which I don't do that very often anymore, but I have done that to get around traffic.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
You can't go on the shoulder.
I know. But they're going to obviously have to get his attorney involved. I doubt if he plays though, Johnny.
Been booked in Louisville Metro Corrections, and the mugshot's
and they were swearing at him, and then another officer said he's going to jail. You can't do anything about it, kind of thing. So it just again, very stressful, tense situation, and unfortunate for sure, of what is clearly a massive misunderstanding down in Louisville, Kentucky this morning. So that's the latest.
Yeah, that sounds like a massive misunderstanding. Well, it's not a misunderstanding, but even if he did drive around on the right, I don't
know if it was right or left. It was kind of a traffic-y thing, and they had people everywhere in that yellow jackets, but they're not marked police. And again, he thought, I got to go in. I work here. I got the specially marked car. I'm just going to go.
Whatever, police or no police, I don't think he should have been jailed. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's where they got spun out of control.
It's 7:38. Action in the Congress yesterday between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Jasmine Crispet, she's a congresswoman who apparently had the big eyelashes, which are a thing in style now.
Sure.
See women's basketball wearing the big eyelashes. So anyway, here's a little crosstalk.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
That was the congresswoman asking.
Do you know what we're here for?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I don't
think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
I think your fake eyelashes you can't read.
Order, Mr. Chairman. That's beneath even the order of your committee. Order. It's not a point of order.
Mr. I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aww.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play,
baby girl.
We are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
I am embarrassed for my United States Congress, Johnny.
Wow. It is a little bit disturbing that they're in charge of the world, but. And the world could be doing better.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. And the world's paying attention to those sound bites, I'm sure. How embarrassing.
What strikes me, though, is okay, Marjorie Taylor,
I'm not a fan.
She's a little out there, but
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
The eyelashes, you laugh that off. You don't get. We're so sensitive. That's a symptom of what's going on. I mean, that'll turn into a shooting out in the street, and it's somebody making fun of your eyelashes like they used to make fun of my glasses. I never did like that, but it wasn't that big a deal.
Right.
Well, and how about the woman that worked? What state was this? Her superior, her boss, I think it was at a university somewhere. Diane can look this up. The boss started talking about how she loves sushi. and the family loves sushi. And the woman of Japanese descent said, I'm offended. Because I'm offended because you were talking sushi, and that's some kind of a bigot, racist. So the judge said, that's ridiculous. Thank you. But it went all the way to a judge, and they had it was some internal committee, and they said, guys, there's nothing derogatory here. There's nothing to apologize for. She likes sushi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
Well, you're right.
Hypersensitivity comes
up.
It's
a sensitive thing, and it's looking for a means to mope around and point at somebody.
But didn't we get kind of worried in 2016 when people needed a safe room because Donald Trump won the election? I mean, didn't the woman screaming "no" at the protest? After?
Yeah, no, that's been a reaction, but I think that goes on both sides. The difference is, man, I should have probably made a safe room.
That's right. I don't know. I mean, I'm showing the mugshot on the TV of Scott in his orange jumpsuit. How embarrassing! What? Why? It doesn't need to go to that level. I don't.
Again, that's Steve. Scotty needs to just forget about it. It just happened. The guy got out of control. He'll be on the desk for a while. And most officers would have probably given him a ticket, but said, well, we'll get you in there, but you can't do that,
Yeah,
but,
right.
95%, but it's hard. You're deploying people out into the world, and I am gonna put this one on the left. They've made the officers a little more wary and a little more sensitive themselves about things because they told them shoot the cops. What is it, bacon or something? It's like
fry them like bacon.
And defund them, and they're all bad. And so now that's probably got part of that whole equation of what happens when a guy does something kind of a little too far.
It's 7:42. Brother John is on the Tapman's Towing phone line. The Donald Trump trial continues, but it's coming to an end pretty soon. Michael Cohen, their lead witness, apparently kind of caught up in a lie yesterday that they illuminated when the
caught up in a lie. Steve, this guy doesn't do anything but lie. Listen, this is making a kangaroo court look good.
Oh, wow. Well,
we wish for the days of the Russian justice system, the USSR. I've never seen anything like it, and I haven't even paid that much attention. But and most people probably don't know, it's just Trump. I think it's backfiring. He's getting more earned media, which means his name's out there every day, and it's supposedly negative, but if you didn't do it and you're proved innocent, that's going to just even give them another boost. So they better make sure that jury at least puts it into appeal, because I don't even think switching out Biden's going to help them.
Wow.
But Steve, the truth is, this guy Cohen was trying to do a fix-it deal because the girl was going to start blabbing about this, kind of like Paula Jones with Clinton.
Yeah.
And they wanted to shut her up. And Trump may or may not have been in on it. That's the whole charge. And he's making it a felony because it's an election crime with all the stuff they suppressed on Biden. And we've all just shrugged and said, well, we just didn't know, or the FBI should have said something. They're getting Cohen in place of Trump for covering up this $130,000 potential scandal as election fraud. Otherwise, it wouldn't even be more than a misdemeanor, and the statute of limitations are up.
Yeah.
It's a complete rigged deal, and it's really we see things like what they've done to law enforcement and created this fear, and now they're destroying the justice system. What confidence can you have? It's not just the trial. Look at the world they're offering us, which is, you disagree, look what we can do to you.
Yeah, right.
And this is the President of the United States. What are you going to do, Brother Johnny, about it?
Yeah.
We'll lock you up before you get to trial. You'll probably be, 5 years older.
Well, if anybody
this is the world we're being offered.
If you look at the January 6 people that have been locked up with no charges and locked up for crazy amount of times for being in the vicinity, not actually have done anything, that is, nobody wants to look at that because they think it's a march on democracy, Trump, it's insurrection.
And again, just to emphasize the point. This is an incident where they really didn't do much damage. There's some controversy as to who even really set that whole thing up. But as far as rampaging through the country, lighting things on fire and people getting killed, that was okay. So that's the kind of world we're being offered. Because the people who were burning down businesses in cities, and one took over the center of a city and started their own country. No problem. That's what we're being offered.
That was you're referencing the Summer of Love, of course.
The Summer of Love. Well,
Seattle.
That's right. That was the before the election of Biden.
Yeah.
And none of that was prosecuted. They said they were peaceful protests. Remember, I thought the guy was going to get hit with some sort of strap when he's on TV, fires burning, bombs going off. And he said, yeah, it's mostly peaceful.
Right, that's right. Yeah. All right.
Here they are walking into the Capitol with the police waving them in, and they put them in jail without a trial, which is a no-no. So, not a good management team, Steve. Not a good management team.
All right, so Donald Trump has got a day off. He's going to Barron's graduation.
Yes, he is.
The judge allowed him to do that.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah. So he'll be going to Barron's graduation. Then he's off to. I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 guesses on what state he's going to rally in.
Wow. New York.
Well, he went to New Jersey, and he's only down 7 in New Jersey. Big blue New Jersey. No, but it is a blue state. The man's go ahead. I'll give you another guess.
Georgia?
Georgia's red.
Illinois?
Okay.
Georgia's,
Illinois is kind of a 9-point lost cause at this moment, but it's only 9 in Illinois.
Yeah.
He's going to Minnesota. That's the only one Walter Mondale won. Wasn't it? The only one in 80.
Yeah, but they're weird. They elected Jesse Ventura as governor.
True. That's true. Good.
So they're not what we would call, and I mean this with complimentary, they're not what we would call normal.
They do have Representative Ilhan Omar as one of their Minneapolis.
But that was a setup too, where they put a lot of the immigrants in one spot and got
gerrymandered that. Okay, so he's going to Minnesota, where in some polls he's winning. Trump in blue state Minnesota, and in one poll Biden's up 2. So is Minnesota and New Jersey? They're not really in play, right?
Not New Jersey. I don't know about Minnesota. I think it'll be interesting to see the crowd. Is he going to Minneapolis?
I don't know where he's going, but I don't care where he's going. There'll be a crowd. It's just, I've never, ever in my life seen, when Barack Obama was at the stadium in Denver, that was impressive. But I've never seen a politician like Trump being able to draw consistently wherever he goes. In New Jersey, Johnny, they waited a day. They went a day before. Who does that for anybody?
That's
amazing.
No, I wouldn't, but
I wouldn't either. But I mean, it's a remarkable. And he takes pizza to the New York Police Department, and they're just screaming, loud cheering. Everybody's going crazy. One guy says, and the guy says, "Save us, save us."
I will say this though: I haven't lived in a time in America, 1955, where we felt truly threatened. Many of the Americans feel threatened in terms of they really are going to change our way of life. They're going to give the country away. We look like idiots. I don't think that kind of intense, fear of the future, which is, if I don't agree, they'll take me to jail, has ever existed. And that's what's drawing crowds, because they think Trump can save us, which he probably can't, but he can certainly do better. And you're going to see that all the way through. And then when you see a guy who's picked up, don't forget, too, the Americans love an underdog. They've made him an underdog, Steve.
Yeah.
I won't say victim, an underdog.
Mitt Romney came out. Mitt.
What did he say?
The Mittster. Mitt Romney.
What did he say?
He came out. He's in a very contentious interview with a woman who's totally pro-Trump, pro-Biden, and says, look at the border. Biden hasn't done anything. She goes, no, the Congress didn't do anything. It's Congress. Says, you got to look at when Trump was in charge, the border was fine. We had relative. So, and then he said it was great for Trump to have done that. Then he said Biden hasn't done anything, and Biden should have pardoned Donald Trump to avoid this trial stuff. It was a massive political mistake.
Well, okay, we knew that wasn't going to happen. But actually, Biden did something, Steve. He undid all of Trump's border policy. He undid it by executive order, which he could put back today. I've said that about 3 times.
Yeah.
And then what they did, they made a terrible law that really wouldn't fix it, but would probably do a little bit of good. And then, of course, the Republicans, what are you, crazy? Let the Republicans want to keep the border down. They don't want don't want to close the border. And it's really insulting to think that they think we're that dumb. And a lot of them are pretty smart, I'll give them that. But we're not that dumb, okay? A lot of us out here kind of on the ringside or in the masses, we're not that stupid. And there's a point at which we're seeing, I don't think we can trust these people. And that's what it'll come down to for Biden versus Trump.
All right, finally.
By the way, Trump is going to St. Paul, Minnesota.
Minneapolis, St. Paul. All right,
it's
right
the,
there.
Lincoln
Chicago.
Reagan dinner.
It's Chicago-ish. I mean, that's Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Practically Chicago.
Well, we'll see. I'm really looking forward to how many people go to that in Minnesota. It'd be very interesting. And I know they drive from out of state, too, to come see these things. Okay, first of all, I want to relate 2 things. Number one, Mike Small is on next hour. His team's going to the national championship again. Should I relay the fact that we think he got better after the last time he golfed with us?
Yes, but tell him that I'm ready for another lesson.
Gotcha.
He doesn't mind.
Yeah, well, run that by him. All right.
He's probably going to be too busy. That's my prediction.
Right.
We got some texts that have been coming in.
We got texts coming in. Go right ahead.
Marjorie Taylor Greene or not, she won her district by a higher percentage than anybody in Congress. She represents people that voted her in. Another person said...
By the way, you can say that about AOC, Ilhan Omar. You can say that about whatever district they're in, too. So.
And somebody saying this type of demeanor to survive nowadays. You're participating in election interference and been messing with Trump soon. It comes down the escalator. Have to fight fire with fire on this. So that clip that you had about the heated discussion between
AOC and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No, actually, I would have said something like the eyelashes. No, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I would vote for her. But she's 2-2, and she should have never gone after Mike Johnson. It was her that wanted to throw him out. And that was way past where we need to be right now. And so, no, I'm not. I have to tell you, that's what I've said about Trump. If you don't have someone that can push back like that, you will get run over. That's all there is to it.
All right,
that's how they're playing.
Finally, if anybody can produce a sound that I'm about to play, please do. But I've never heard at a sporting event a politician being welcomed at a sporting event without hearing a mix. Boo, yay, boo, yay. Listen to Donald Trump as president of the United States walking in with Melania. I don't know what event it was at the Superdome, but you're just not going to get everybody to cheer. That's just they've got 50% might be a person that's voted Democrat. So here's the sound, and again, I've never heard this. Donald Trump and Melania in the Superdome in New Orleans sporting event over the last 8 years.
Joined by the President of the United States and the First Lady.
Hear any boos?
A future that will not have Donald Trump in the White House. One way or another, 10 months from now, we will have an election if we don't have him removed sooner. But again, he will be impeached forever.
There's Nancy Pelosi.
USA chance building in there. Yeah, it's it's remarkable to me.
No, I didn't hear any boos. That clip was Nancy Pelosi. I had never heard that. 10 months before the last election. Listen, she was. Did you hear her say she'll be impeached forever?
Yeah.
That's called January 6th plan.
Yeah.
That might have gone back a little further than we thought. But she didn't get him impeached the way she thought, but she knew she wasn't going to get him impeached.
Right.
And I also noted that she said he will not be in the White House one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's like that's the way they're playing. So that's where I agree with the texter about Marjorie Taylor Greene et al. This is a fight, and it's getting pretty intense. And we've got a lot, and I mean everybody, Democrats, Republicans, every American has a lot riding on this next one. So,
all right, finally, do you think there'll be a debate? Joe Biden said yes to 2 of them, and it's on his home court, CNN, no crowd, shut off Donald's microphone when he's done that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If I was Trump, I wouldn't. I would say I'm not debating that guy. And
well, he's the one that said I accept. He said I'm in anything we can do. So we'll.
No, right. I wouldn't debate him. I would tell him, you know what? I don't need to talk to him. We just need to get him out of there. I wouldn't debate him because it's such a charade, and also from a political advice standpoint, he was terrible in the first debate last time, and he gets mad, and you know, I wouldn't debate him. You don't need to debate these days. They've given him enough press. We don't need to know anything more about Donald Trump. He's not going to make Joe look dumb because the press won't let him. And so, but they'll ask him questions about Stormy Daniels. Remember Chris Wallace?
Yeah.
He was asking, why did you say you supported the Ku Klux Klan or something to that effect in South Carolina? Did you say that you don't support white supremacy? He said it 100 times.
Well.
But in the debate, Chris hammered him. Why won't you say you don't support? Well, he had been saying it.
Yeah.
He said it that day. And that's the kind of thing he has to deal with.
Well,
so
all right, we'll end with Trump in the Superdome. And by the way, that USA chant did come out.
Was that the football game?
Yeah.
He will be impeached forever.
He will be impeached forever. This is at I think it was it Sugar Bowl. It was something big, but it's remarkable.
It would have been the Sugar Bowl in Alabama and LSU or something like that.
Something like that. Well, anyway, it's a remarkable phenomena. He'll be in Minnesota. Can't wait to kind of see Minnesota. Oh wow. Okay.
What time does he get there? Do you know?
I don't know.
Well, he's got Barron's graduation in Florida earlier in the day.
Is it tonight or tomorrow?
It's tonight.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to want to see who shows up in St. Paul. Was that? Am I right in remembering Walter Mondale won that in 1994?
It was
49-1 Minnesota.
49-51. Yeah. I was going to ask Stevie one last question, which I don't know how many listeners are really interested. What time's that Reds-Dodger game?
It's 10 after 9 tonight. The Dodgers are throwing a lefty, so Jacob probably is a left-handed hitter. Probably won't be in the lineup tonight either, but maybe Saturday, Sunday.
Reds win 7-2 over the Dodgers yesterday.
Yeah, Ellie De La Cruz 4 for 4, 4 stolen bases.
Four stolen bases.
He tried his 5th one. It would have been a Reds record all time. He's 22 years old, and the guy threw it right on the corner of the bag to get him out on the 5th try. But he sold first to second, second to third. Next time, first to second, second to third. Easy, not even easy.
That's really
the guy
great.
didn't even throw down to third. That's how close.
Wow.
Just gone. Anyway,
Jacob Hurtubise is on the bench watching this all.
Yeah, he's congratulating.
He's in the show, baby.
His friend Ellie come back.
Exactly.
No, it's really, really cool. Jacob Hurtubise, part of the Cincinnati Reds. We're excited. Johnny, thank you. Great discussion.
By the way, it's a tough game, and it's a Dickie used to say kind of analogy of life, because De La Cruz went 0 for 4 Monday, and then he got into pinch hit. It was a disaster. So, boom, won a game. It's just you got to keep hang in there.
Yep.
Tomorrow's another day.
That's it. Hey, Johnny, thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks, Diane.
That's it. Brother Johnny down in New Orleans, ESPN 93.5. This is Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie Jay. The news coming up next. Another hour to go. Mike Small in the next hour. Dixie Chopper, and he's available out there?
Absolutely. I'm going to throw you out a couple of specials that we're having right now. One is a Rhino 15-foot rotary flex wing with a Dixie Chopper Classic 35-horse 60-inch mower. It's industrial. $35,000 for the pair.
Both of them?
Yep, both of them together. $35,000.
I take it that's an outstanding deal because I'm not
saving $13,000.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You're in the mowing business. Time for an upgrade.
It's time to go big time. You'll get all the yards done really quickly with those
And then if you're looking for just a residential mower on its own, we've got a Z2 48-inch that we've got out there right now for $59.99. That is $2,000 off.
What is the location?
That is 1306 Triumph Drive in Urbana. It's right down from Farm & Fleet on 45. Or check out Dedicated Diesel on Facebook.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Police in Louisville, Kentucky are teed off at the world's #1 golfer. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Scotty Scheffler arrested this morning for what happened on his way to the course for round 2 of the PGA Championship, a major golf tournament that was delayed after there was a deadly crash near the course when a shuttle bus hit a pedestrian.
ESPN reporter Jeff Darlington, who actually witnessed the entire incident, saying it happened, quote, after his attempt to drive past a police officer into Valhalla Golf Club. Now, Darlington goes on to say, quote, the police officer then began to scream at Scheffler to get out of the car. When Scheffler exited the vehicle, the officer shoved Scheffler against the car and immediately placed him in handcuffs.
Fox's Todd Pyro. There's a mugshot of Scotty Scheffler now posted on the Louisville Corrections website with an inmate number as the golfer faces several charges. Drama in the House. A Republican congresswoman got into a shouting match with some Democrats who were upset that Marjorie Taylor Greene asked Jasmine Crockett if her fake eyelashes are affecting her reading. Then after they were all admonished by Chairman James Comer, Crockett's reply:
If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
I
have no idea what you just said.
So you don't
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look, calm down.
All that before House Republicans voted in the Oversight and Judiciary Committees to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress for not handing over recordings of President Biden's interview with Special Counsel Robert Hur in the classified documents investigation. The president has asserted his executive privilege blocking that. There's a lot of damage and some flooding around Houston.
We had a storm with 100 miles per hour winds.
Mayor John Whitmire says it was like a hurricane. 4 people were killed. Louisiana was also hit. There are more than 900,000 power outages in those 2 states, Texas and Louisiana. America's listening to Fox.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
4th cup of coffee?
Still R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Former President Trump won't have to freeze today in the New York courtroom he calls an icebox. There's no trial today in the case he calls a scam.
This trial is one that should have, as they say, never been charged. It should have never been brought.
This after another day of testimony from Michael Cohen, who alleges the former president directed him to pay Stormy Daniels to keep her quiet about an alleged Trump affair before the 2016 election. The former president is charged with falsifying records, reimbursing Cohen, who will return to the witness stand Monday. Former President Trump will be in Florida today to attend his son Barron's high school graduation. Then he goes to Minnesota for
the Minnesota GOP Lincoln-Reagan dinner in St. Paul. Minnesota's Trump campaign chair and House Majority Whip Tom Emmer co-hosting the event in a state that, while traditionally blue, the former president insists that he can win. No Republican has won Minnesota since President Nixon in 1972, though the former president came close within a 1.5% margin in 2016. President Biden beat him by 7 percentage points in 2020. Jeff Manasso,
Fox News.
In a new Fox News poll,
15% call abortion their so-called deal breaker issue of 2024, while 14% say it's the economy and inflation, and another 14% say it's border security. When it comes to party lines, 24% of Democrats see abortion as the most important topic, while 25% of Republicans feel it's border security. 70% of respondents describing the condition of the U.S. economy as fair or poor.
It's Fox's Kristen Goodwin. On Wall Street, stock futures are up a bit before today's trading. In the NBA playoffs, Minnesota blew out Denver by 45 points to force a Game 7. In hockey, the New York Rangers staged a third-period rally and a comeback in Carolina, beating the Hurricanes and advancing to the NHL Eastern Conference Final. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A plan heading to the governor's desk would require school vendors and learning partners to comply with the state's new comprehensive literacy plan. Lawmakers and advocates say vendors responsible for English language arts improvements plans should abide by the Literacy and Justice for All Act. Illinois bill requiring school vendors follow statewide literacy standards heads to Senate. Monday kicked off the start of National Police Week in one local central Illinois police department, bringing officers of the past and present together to celebrate their history after over a decade of collecting artifacts and memorabilia. Champaign Police Historical Society dedicated their new historical room Tuesday morning, displaying the history of Champaign Police for all to see. First Friday concert series underway in Paxton. May 3rd was the first performance featuring local rock bands and songs from the 70s and 80s. Concert series takes place on the first Friday of every month, hence its namesake. The reception for the series has been overwhelmingly positive. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim Miller. Thank you very much. It's ESPN 93.5. I'm Stevie Jay. Good morning. Night Dicey's here.
Ready for the weekend? Tolono has their all-town garage sales.
Oh, that's an awesome day.
It's today and tomorrow.
Oh, it's 2 days.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Chris had texted in. She's in Tolono, and she was saying, make sure you got those headlights on. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have auto on the headlights, and it's just a good idea on this foggy morning.
Well, it is indeed, and you do have a kind of a lifted, maybe in parts now, way better than it was. Weather this morning brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Reminding you, they're your premier provider for home improvements, specializing in siding, windows, doors, roofing, and outdoor living. Visit kramersiding.com.
All right, meteorologist Greg Solier, my friend. It's Friday, May 17. How's the weekend looking, my friend?
Yeah, I think better around here, and certainly almost a late spring, if not early summer feel around these parts. And yeah, still some pockets of thick fog. You get over towards Willard and Savoy, so we've got a visibility down to about 3/16 of a mile. But yeah, here across Sydney, Philo, Homer, a little bit better, somewhat of a brighter ceiling. You get up towards Rantoul and Paxton, visibilities are a little bit better than a mile right now. And about half to as much as almost 0.8 of an inch of rain and some of that thunderstorm activity that came through the south end of the county yesterday, out towards Georgetown, south of Danville at an inch. So a little spottier nature till early next week. Then we'll pick up some of the coverages and again late next week as well. So a couple of days of rain, a couple of 2 or 3 days of dry time, but at least temperatures will stay mild to warm. That should help overall, except for some of the wetter areas, some drying and firming. And certainly growth and development on whatever is going full tilt out there. It will do just that here in the coming days. The forecast high today across the area at about 77 with variably cloudy skies. We still may spring a shower, especially south of Champaign later on this afternoon in particular. That may linger this evening. Overnight fog back in, low down to about 60. Tomorrow some fog to start, then a partly sunny midday and afternoon. Slight chance for a shower, especially south of Champaign, and a high at about 83. Warm, dry weather for Sunday and a good part of Monday, 86 to 88 degrees there. A couple of thunderstorms late Monday into Tuesday. They'll move out Wednesday. Still warm through the rest of next week. More storms late next week. Daytime readings either side of 80 degrees. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right, thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. Weekend ahead, May 17. The stuff in Valhalla, that's where they're playing the PGA Championship. That happened earlier this morning. A quick recap, you probably heard it on the news. But a man was walking to the golf course at 5 a.m. It's raining, it's dark. A shuttle bus hit and kills him. Police are there. They are scrambling around trying to do an investigation. Traffic is a mess. Scotty Scheffler's trying to get in. They tell him to stop. He tries to go around him. He's got a marked car saying, I'm a player. He, apparently a police officer tried to jump on the car. They pull him out. They run him, shove him up against the car. They handcuff him. They arrest him. Orange jumpsuit. He's been processed and now released. And that's what we know. Sounds like a massive, on steroids, misunderstanding about They did not know they were police, but we'll hear more from Scotty, I'm sure, later. Will he continue his quest on this major championship as the world's number one, or was this too much? We'll see. All right, 8:09. We want you to know about this event tomorrow, the Christian Sheehan Smoke Alarm Blitz. In our studio now is the great Joy Sheehan. The Sheehan family are one of our favorites of all time. They're doing something very important for our community coming up May 18, I believe, Joy. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Let's start by telling people who Christian Sheehan was. And boy, we all remember that day. It was horrible. But talk to them about who Christian was and why you do what you do, helping families get smoke detectors.
Christian was my beautiful boy who we lost tragically in a house fire in Champaign. He was kind, gentle, simple, caring, all good qualities that you hope to see in a young man. We do this now to bring good from bad and to hopefully save another family from going through what we went through by installing free smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors.
And that was one of the failings of that night, right? The smoke detector was not working.
There was no evidence of a working smoke alarm on the property, correct.
So now you've taken this tragedy into helping others by rallying the Champaign Fire Department, many others.
Right.
Probably hundreds of people involved in all this. And you got something before COVID, I remember. It was a news story where it actually saved a family's life because you had installed a smoke detector in their house.
Correct. First of all, we could not do it without the Champaign Fire Department. I have no idea what all they do behind the scenes, but I know they do a ton of work. Secondly, if it wasn't for the wonderful volunteers from this amazing Champaign community area, we could not do it as well. We've done annually a smoke alarm. Our last one was, as you said, before COVID, 2019. And that was I believe in April. And a couple months later, Chief called me and said, I need you to come to this house fire that they had just put out. And it was actually a house fire that we installed 6 smoke alarms in. And as I walked up, you could still hear that blaring sound of the alarm going off. And that was after all the water, everything. And they lost everything in the house. But they all got out safely because of the 6 smoke alarms that we had installed. So proof, a very small $55 saves lives.
So are you surprised in doing this that there's so many homes without them? Or without working smoke detectors, right?
I was shocked, actually. And, you feel pretty naive and stupid, right? To go through what we've gone through, a working smoke alarm. You take for granted that it happens and that it's just a small thing to make sure is okay. Small thing, but not really. It's huge. And what I have come to find out, it's lack of maybe funds, yes, and then education as well. People don't realize some of the things that goes along with fire, and I know way too much now, more than I ever want to know. But you would think when you're sleeping, you would wake up, right? You would smell that smoke. Well, your sense of smell shuts off while you're sleeping. So if you happen to wake up, it's because something knocked over or something loud happened. And we actually have fire alarms that are you put them on people's beds who can't hear, and it shakes the bed to wake them up because they would not smell the smoke. Yeah, so that's one thing people don't realize.
How do you find the homes that are in need, and what would people do if they know maybe a home that doesn't have them? I doubt if many people know who has what.
Right. Well, first of all, anyone who thinks they need a smoke alarm, they can call Champaign Fire Department, and they will go and install a smoke alarm, and that's what the Christian Sheehan Foundation Smoke Alarm Fund is for.
Well, they can do that for no money.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, we try to keep the supply full.
Wow.
And then secondly, the Champaign Fire Department, they choose the area that we go to based on fatalities, based on need, based on lack of resources, and again, the education of it all.
And it looks like this will be around the Douglas Community Center on May 18th when you're handing them out between 8 a.m. and noon.
Yes.
Now, do you need more volunteers? How do we get involved?
We will not turn away any volunteer. And yes, I'm a little panicky about volunteers just because it's been a while that we've done one. This is a really busy time of the month. We planned this around my military family who's now expecting a baby and they can't come home for it. So I would have never done this in May. And also then, our kids had a really core group of friends because they were all around the same age. A lot of those young adults now have moved away or have babies of their own, so that core group isn't there. So to be a volunteer, you can click on the Facebook page, the annual Christian Sheehan Smoke Alarm page. We have flyers everywhere. My page, get a hold of me. The fire department you can call. You can still come that same day, but we are encouraging signups if possible, but we will not turn you away.
Some people don't realize the expense of a smoke alarm or, this kind of project. Let's go over some numbers, Joy.
Okay. Well, like I said, a small price, a smoke alarm, $55. And it takes about anywhere from 4 to 6 smoke alarms per normal size home. Now, that depends, of course, 2-story, how big of a ranch, that kind of a thing.
That's right.
So there's that.
So if somebody wanted to give it like $1,000, that's 18 alarms that you could get with that.
That would take my breath away, and people have done that before, which is amazing. But we do have Christians Foundation that is also tax deductible set up, and anyone can donate to that if they wish.
Okay. And I know Community Foundation of East Central Illinois is at 307 West University in Champaign, 61820, in case you want to mail a check.
Okay, again, we want to get hold of this whole event May 18. Help if we can, volunteer, and just get this done and see how many lives we can save.
We would love that. Thank you.
Okay, one more time on the connection. We go to the Facebook page you would recommend?
Facebook page, it's the annual Christian Sheehan Smoke Alarm event. My page, Joy Sheehan, any Sheehan page. Yes.
Sounds good.
Appreciate it. Spell Sheehan, Sheehan. Christian Sheehan Smoke Alarm Blitz. Help us save lives. It'll happen on May 18. Joy Sheehan, God bless you. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thanks for sharing your story.
You guys are the best.
Important.
Thanks for having me, truly.
That is tomorrow. All right, sports headlines.
Boston is in St. Louis, a 7:15 start with Kyle Gibson on the mound. Hear it here on ESPN 93.5. Pittsburgh over the Cubs 5-4 yesterday. Kyle Hendricks to the mound for the Cubbies with a 1:20 start over on US 105.9. Chicago White Sox and New York Yankees will start up a series with a 6:05 start. Illinois baseball over Purdue 5-4, opening the series with a win. Real important time right now, Stevie, in the season, and game 2 at 7 o'clock in West Lafayette tonight. So go Illini.
I don't know what the tiebreaker is. Nebraska's one game back.
Right.
That's the only team that can take away a regular season Big Ten title from Illinois. So go Danny Hartlib and win at Purdue tonight.
And Parkland Cobras, NJCAA Central Division Finals. They're moving to the semifinals against Heartland in Normal's Corn Crib at 2 o'clock today. So go Cobras. Josh Whitman with the NCAA D1 Council Chair. Congratulations to him on his more responsibilities.
Yep, we're going to be a leader for sure all over the NCAA athletics. Busey knows the importance of a lasting promise. Busey's pleased to offer financial support toward continuing education endeavors to applicants of all ages and educational backgrounds. It's called the Busey Bank Bridge Scholarship. Through the Busey Bank Bridge Scholarship Fund, $25,000 in scholarships will be awarded now. You can apply now. Available across the Busey footprint. Funds will be distributed to 10 people for $2,500 each. The scholarships can be used for tuition, fees, books, supplies, continuing education. The application deadline is June 30, 2024. It's coming up in about a month. Selected recipients will be notified by July 31 if they win the award. Applicants will be required to meet specific eligibility requirements. Complete details are at the Busey Bank Bridge Scholarships eligibility criteria and application process at busey.com/scholarship. Why not apply? You might get $2,500 in help. busey.com/scholarship. Busey for over 150 years. Member FDIC. What's the weekend looking like ahead of Fox Business, which will be next? It's 8:19.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Eastern Troy, Champaign, and vicinity over the next 5 to 7 days. Still these scattered outbreaks of showers and thunderstorms mixed with several days of dry time from time to time. But a damp environment for this morning with areas of fog. Later on this morning, this afternoon, may spring a pop-up shower at a couple of spots. Otherwise becoming partly sunny, 77 with light wind. Tonight, a lingering shower chance this evening. Areas of late night fog down to 59 to 61 tomorrow. Some fog early on, then becoming partly sunny, warm. Slim chance for a stray shower. A much drier day tomorrow at 83. Dry weather on Sunday. Good part of Monday. High temperatures into the middle and upper 80s with light winds. Nights in the 60s. Next, a scattering of showers and thunderstorms due in for Tuesday. Out by Wednesday. Dry next Thursday. More rain for next Friday. Otherwise, daytime temperatures for the upper 80s on Monday. Upper 80s again on Tuesday. Highs upper 70s, low 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Still up near 80 degrees for late next week on Friday. So warm weather back into play across the area. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Wilches, Greg Solier.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Microsoft shares are narrowly higher. The United Kingdom's Competition and Markets Authority says it has closed its inquiry into the company's partnership with a French artificial intelligence company, saying it does not qualify for investigation. Though the European Commission will require Microsoft to provide information on risks stemming from artificial intelligence features in its search engine Bing. CoreWeave, an artificial intelligence startup backed by NVIDIA, has raised $7.5 billion from 3 investment firms. GameStop shares, which were rallying again this morning, are now down 11%. The video game retailer and meme stock is warning about its profit and sales for the current quarter. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
I'm Emily Campagno, host of the Fox True Crime Podcast. Jonna Mendez first joined the CIA as a secretary in 1966, but her creativity, hard work, and fierce independence paved the way for her to become eventually the Chief of Disguise. This week, I'm joined by former CIA Chief of Disguise Jonna Mendez as she reveals stories from her illustrious career as detailed in her riveting new book, In True Face. Available now on Apple, Spotify, and FoxNewsPodcasts.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Underground Solutions. Are you tired of dealing with leaky faucets, basement flooding, bursting or leaking pipes? From plumbing maintenance and repairs to installing new water heaters and sump pumps, our goal is to get you up and running as soon as possible. At Lands Plumbing, we have 24/7 emergency service and a team of highly skilled professionals that will work with you to get the job done right the first time. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
All right, 824, ESPN 93.5.
Weekend's coming up. I know Ray Cummings, the English teacher at Unity back in our day, is at the Masonic Hall and has sent us a note about the 8 to noon breakfast to replenish their scholarship fund and help those that are in medicine get some scholarship money to Lono Masonic Hall on Sunday between 8 and noon. My Anna Jean has received that scholarship a few years back.
Awesome.
Very helpful for her journey as a nurse at Parkland. And my hometown of Tolono doing the garage sales too, by the way.
Big 2 days if you like sailing. Tolono's got it going on.
Exactly.
All right, we got Mike Small. He'll be coming up. His team is back to the national championship. That's what they do every year. I know it's not a given that your team makes the top 30 teams every year and plays for a national championship, but seems to be kind of the thing Illinois does. And so we'll talk to Mike here in just a few moments. Unbelievable what he's accomplished.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, again, the Cardinals play. It's a big 9-game home series. It's the Boston Red Sox, which are about a 500 team this year. Cardinals are still in last place in the Central Division. The Cubs play the Pirates. Keep your eye on the pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Paul Skeens. I think he's 21. Throws the ball about 101 miles an hour. And is supposed to be a superstar of the future, but he'll be in Wrigley Field today to take on. Cubbies have been losing a little bit lately. They had a tough series at Atlanta, lost 2 out of 3, and then they lose an opener to Pittsburgh. I know they're better than Pittsburgh. So we'll see if the Cubs can rebound. That's an afternoon game on US 105.9. 826, Coach Mike Small, the golf, the championships, all of it coming up.
Look at it. A pile of junk, a stack of rubbish, some buckets of yuck. Are you tired of looking at it? 2 Minute a Junk Truck is available for junk removal or dumpster rentals to get rid of your heap of muck, accumulations of dreck, and mountains of cast-offs. Go to 2minuteatjunktruck.com and schedule your time. Let us help you make room for what matters most. 2minuteatjunktruck.com for your junk removal and dumpster rentals.
When your pipes are in a pinch and your drains are feeling the strain, who do you call? The plumbing pros, of course. At Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, they're your reliable partners in all things plumbing. From leaky faucets to clogged drains, they can get any problem you have cleaned up and taken care of. Their licensed plumbers are on call 24/7, ready to swoop in and save the day whenever a plumbing emergency strikes. Don't let a plumbing problem ruin your day. Call at 217-841-4728 or visit them online at dogtownheatingandair.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
I'm Leslie Ingold. I am a nurse and a regional stroke coordinator for OSF Healthcare in Urbana and Danville. May is Stroke Awareness Month, and there's an easy mnemonic that we can refer to when we're worried that someone we know or someone we're near is having a stroke, and we tend to use the acronym Be Fast. B is for balance. Am I leaning to one side or the other? E is for eyes. Vision trouble. F is for face. Take a look at their face. Does it look symmetrical? A is for arms. Stick your arms out, palms up, close your eyes, and take a look to see if one arm drifts or if they both stay the same height while you hold them for a count of 10. S is for speech. When speech comes out, does it make sense? And then T is for time. Call 911. Get to the hospital right away. Our treatment methods are based on how quickly that you can get to the hospital for treatment. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org.
Escape the ordinary and embark on an unforgettable adventure with Stevie Jay Travel with Larry and Elena Kemper. Hi, it's Stevie Jay. Picture yourself aboard a small yacht departing from the enchanting city of Dubrovnik, Croatia. As the gentle breeze carries the scent of the Adriatic Sea, you'll set sail toward the captivating Dalmatian Islands. Over 10 magnificent days, immerse yourself in the Mediterranean lifestyle where every moment is a celebration of beauty and tranquility. Explore hidden coves, swim in crystal clear waters, and stroll through seaside villages. With Stevie Jay Travel, every detail is taken care of, from luxurious accommodations to delectable onboard dining experiences. Relax on deck as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. This is more than a cruise. It's a journey of discovery and delight. Escape to paradise with Stevie J Travel. Visit StevieJTravel.com. That's StevieJayTravel.com for details. Your Mediterranean adventure awaits.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org. Racing, racing, racing. Friday Night Lights at Farmer City Raceway is a blast. Only $15 admission and kids 12 and under are free. Make arrangements to get your RV and reserve a place to camp. This Friday has Big Daddy Scrap late models with a full show. Head to 850 Grove Street in Farmer City with hot laps at 6:30. Details at farmercityracing.com. You'll buy the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Top-ranked golfer Scottie Scheffler is playing in round 2 of the PGA Championship after being arrested near the course in Louisville, Kentucky. Police were blocking the road after a fatal pedestrian accident.
Scheffler, according to ESPN, tried to drive around what he believed was a security vehicle that turned out to be a police car. After Scheffler stopped his vehicle, the officer grabbed at Scheffler's arm before Scheffler opened the door and was pulled out and shoved against the car and placed in handcuffs.
Fox's Jared Max. 4 charges include assault of a police officer and third-degree criminal mischief. Trucks loaded with humanitarian aid for Palestinians are on shore in Gaza, driving off a new floating pier installed by the U.S. military. White House spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre.
We want to get more in, as well as the ability of humanitarian partners to move within Gaza to deliver assistance and fuel to the vulnerable people who need it.
Military says no American troops entered Gaza today, providing logistical support to distribute supplies. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. One person killed in a motor vehicle accident Wednesday night just outside of Champaign. Sheriff's Office responded at about 11 o'clock in Hensley Township. One car headed north on County Road 900 East near 2400 North when it crossed into the southbound lanes and struck by a second. Names of everyone involved not yet released. The First Friday's concert series underway in Paxton. May 3rd was the first performance featuring a classic rock band. The concert series takes place on the first Friday of every month, hence its namesake. The reception for the series has been overwhelmingly positive. In Illinois, 114,000 people are banned from owning guns because of legal tangles or mental health issues. 3/4 of them haven't surrendered their firearms. Sheriff Tom Dart seeking $10 million from state lawmakers to tackle what he calls, in naming the report, a firearm regulations crisis. The aim would be reducing the chance potentially volatile people would exhibit. You're up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana and vicinity. Yesterday's shower and thunderstorm activity. 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain in the gauge here across Champaign County. Shifting into the Ohio Valley will stand its northern flank for the day today. Warming temperatures will help to dry things out before new scattered showers and thunderstorms get going into the early part of next week. A little bit of fog to contend with. Yeah, with visibilities down to fractions of a mile early on. Otherwise, a shower thunderstorm chance in a couple of spots later this afternoon. Up to 77. Lingering shower chance this evening. Areas of late night fog down to 59 to 60. Tomorrow, some fog early, becoming partly sunny. Small chance for an afternoon shower and a high at 83. Partly cloudy, warm weather for the day Sunday at 86. Up to 88 on Monday. Maybe a late day shower thunderstorm. Then a couple of showers and thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Daytime temperatures into the 80s. Highs in the mid to upper 70s around here for the next Thursday and Friday. And another crack at some moisture and scattered coverage basis for late next week as well. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm just Greg Solgay.
Yeah, by way of a quick update, we've been following the whole thing's going on in Louisville, Kentucky, Valhalla, where the PGA Championship's being played. Tragedy this morning, a pedestrian trying to get into the golf course hit by a shuttle bus and killed. Consequently, the police are there. Investigations, traffic was absolutely a mess. Tens of thousands trying to get in. The golfers trying to get in.
Showers going on also.
Showers, thunderstorms, windy, hard to see anything. It's dark. Scotty Scheffler thought he was driving around security when he was driving around police. He was yanked from the car, shoved against the car, handcuffed, arrested, booked, and put in an orange jumpsuit. And then now back at the golf course with a tee time in an hour.
Right.
So I would call that a massive misunderstanding that they'll sort out later, but have been charged with several things, including a couple felonies. Unbelievable what happened at home of the PGA Championship. We talk about another championship, ladies and gentlemen. The head golf coach at the University of Illinois happens to be one Mike Small. How are you, Coach?
Good morning, Stevie.
So I heard you say we're not really settled in our lineup, and then you go do that, and you're minus like 100. What the heck happened in Stanford? I thought you blew the field away. Mike, how'd that happen?
Well, Stevie, it's been that kind of year. We're a good team. We're a young team. We've been growing all year. Our lineup has not really been set really all year past our probably 2 or 3 guys. And we're capable of this. We always have been, but we're also capable of getting beat by anybody as well. So it's been that kind of year. It's been a growth year. And, we played well and we got on a roll and we played to our potential last week.
Okay, so if you play to your potential, that's a good thing, right?
That's what we strive to do.
I tell you, though, and again, every time I throw accolades at you, again, what you've done is very unusual and never happen again. It's absolute, what you've done here. But people are saying, well, how'd you do it? Well, first of all, you essentially get great players and make them better. How do you get the great players? I know how you make them better. You have a system of making kids better, but how do you know they have the eye of the tiger inside of them?
Well, I guess you don't ever really know for sure, but I'm a believer that I think everybody has the potential inside of them for a lot of things. And the eye of the tiger you're talking about, the toughness, the confidence, the ability to take yourself above what you maybe think you can do, I think everybody has that. So as a coach, you try to get that out of people. You don't always succeed. You don't always get that done, but I think that's a goal that all coaches have, and I believe that everybody has it in them. Just some people let it out easier than others.
Well, I mean, you also have personality differences. I mean, kids are different. So somebody actually might need a hug. Others guys going to need you need to get on them. Mm-hmm. So how do you just have that extra sense of knowing what's appropriate for what person?
Yes, and that's what makes coaching college golf so unique is that every player is really coached differently. You have to do it within the auspice of a team and have a team atmosphere, but you coach them, you treat them differently, you respond to them differently through, whether it's a good experience or bad experience, you treat them, how you think they would benefit the most. And that's what makes my job exciting and frustrating at the same time, is that it'd be easier if there was a little cookie cutter answer where you just did the same thing every time, but you can't do that. I don't think any coach in any sport can do that, but in golf you really can't do that because it's such an individual game and they have to go out and do their own thing more or less for the better of the team. And you're right. Sometimes you got to go out and tell a funny joke at times. Sometimes you got to go out and put your arm around them and tell them it's going to be okay. And other times you got to kick them in the rear. It's just all the above.
You certainly found a way with Max Herendeen. Talk about our Big Ten Freshman of the Year.
Well, Max he's just good. He's a good young player, one of the better top recruits in the country that we really, really wanted bad, and he fits our program in a lot of ways. He's had a really good season, and to play like he did when his good is good, it's really good. But like young players, when they struggle, it's bad. It's got to get better, and really that's what golf is. It's just it's hard to play good all the time. Really, it's hard to play good more than half the time in golf. So you really got to get your bad to be good and to be better than somebody else's bad, because everybody. A lot of times on a golf tournament, is my bad golf better than your bad golf?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Okay.
And I am, your team is unbelievable. So you go to the Big Ten championships and you get second. and you come home and people ask what happened, and it's like, okay, it's like John Wooden had won like 10 lost one in the middle, won 8 in a row, lost one, won the next year. The UCLA guy came up and says, "Coach, you did it, you let us down last year, but you did it this year." I mean, what the heck? How do you? I mean, that's just, you want those expectations, but dang.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what happened last week, and I guess it's a good thing that people follow our golf program. There's a lot of college golf programs people don't care about. So I guess that's a positive thing that it created these expectations and this interest. But yeah, it's hard. Just what we talked about a minute ago. Golf is probably one of the hardest sports, if not the hardest, to replicate and to be consistent at, because there's so many variables, within yourself, and then obviously out, of course, the weather, the conditions, everything. The ball bounces a different way from one person to the next. They get the same exact shot and get a totally different outcome. It's just an exact science. So to do what we've done, to finish, to win 13 of 15, and then the other 2 you finish second, is really unheard of. And people in college golf acknowledge that, and other teams and schools, they understand what we've done. And we finished top 5 in the country 8 of the last 12 years. So it's something that people, that's one of the best in the country. So it's there's a standard that's been set, and I appreciate people's interest in our program. But yeah, there's got to be some realism in this thing, and people that know the game, I think, can relate to it. But still, it's kind of, I don't think it's out of a bad thing that people say what happened. I think they just may be shocked, and I guess we set that standard.
Well, and nobody's going to ever take this job again. You when you're done, it's over, because you just need to fold it up, because you're not. It's like you're not following John Wooden. You're not following Pop down to San Antonio you're just not going to do that. So what you've done is never going to happen again, regardless what it's just. And I guess people that don't really understand, we're a cold weather school is what we're called. We're the best cold weather school, but usually a kid in Florida or some kid in Texas who plays 12 months out of the year with no weather problems. It's just different. All right, so national championship coming up. That's the one thing we haven't won. We've been very, very close. And you're going in, again, the same thing. You got 30 teams, 29 other teams that are fantastic at playing golf. It kind of depends how the course lays out, how the guys feel, how they play. How do you ever know how they're going to play?
Well, you don't. That's the fun thing about it. And we've been going into this tournament as the number 1 team in the country a couple times. Last year we finished the season ranked number 1 in the nation in all the computer rankings, and we didn't win it. And other years, the one time we lost the national championship match, it was my worst ranked team in a while. So you never know. It's just you got to time it right, and guys got to show up and take care of their business, and they got to take care of the game and have accountability and play free and loose, and you just see what happens. And there's so many variables. There's so many different. There's 2 different formats you play under at the national championship, where there used to be one under the old system. We would won a couple of these already, but now you halfway through you cut down in the final 8 play match play, which is a whole different animal. So it's just, you just don't know. You got to go in there with strength. You have to go in there with optimism. You have to go in there with a lot of confidence and toughness, and just take care of your business and control your space. What we talk about, control what we can control, and we'll see what happens. But that's what makes it exciting for TV, makes it exciting for people to watch it, is that nobody really knows.
Well, and again, we'll go with May 24. Is that kind of when?
Yep.
May 24.
Through the 29th in Carlsbad, California.
What do you know about the golf courses?
It just finished up being built less than a month ago.
Wow.
2 months ago. They redid La Costa Resort. They came in and blew it up and put a big hotel in there, and they kind of want to make this the home of college golf. So the women are playing at it this week, so it'll be our first chance to see somebody compete on this golf course. It's never been open before.
Man.
So, and then we get to it next week. So there's not a lot of home course advantage here.
Well, yeah, and hopefully we get proper number of practice rounds, get the feel of the whole thing, right?
Yep, we get 1 practice round. Right?
That's it. Okay. All right. Well,
and your 17th national championship appearance, right, Mike?
I think it's, maybe that 17 might be 19.
No,
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It may be. Yeah.
But has it helped you through the years to be as good a player as you've been, to help that you have the credibility you've had? I mean, so many Illinois championships and national appearances, and done well with that. Does that give you more cred as a coach, or has it helped you from the perspective of being a good player and what you go through?
Yes, both, all the above. I think being able to coach, or being able to play, and still be involved in the game from that perspective helps me to coach better, helps me to relate to the guys better and what they're going through, but it also gives me credibility. And, you know, it's a lot of kids don't want to, like you mentioned earlier, a lot of kids don't want to come play golf where they can't play golf all year round. And so it takes a unique individual to see past maybe the short-term easiness or gratification of playing, you know, comfortable golf in college, to look past that and understand it might be a little uncomfortable, might not be, you know, perfect weather for all year round. We don't know it's not. You got to do a lot of things inside. So it takes a different mindset, a different kind of person to understand that they got to maybe sacrifice now to gain later. And I think having played and still playing maybe kind of helps offset that a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, some housekeeping things I'll let you know. Number one, let you go. Johnny wants a lesson. Brother Johnny wants a lesson, so I just wanted to put that in your ear. He said you might be too busy. He also contends that the last time you played with us, you ended up being so much better after. So it's like, oh my gosh, I am good after what I saw. And thirdly, you just said, you know, everybody's got the eye of the tiger potential. I want you to coach me up to play with Max. What do you think? Can you do that? Can you do that?
Well, I am not a miracle worker.
That's exactly right. No, he's right.
I can coach, but I'm not a miracle worker.
There you go.
What else to say?
Hey, I can't tell you how much we're pulling for you. And do you get to play any golf after all this? Will you play?
Yeah, yes, I will. When the season's over, I got a couple starts on the Champions Tour, and we'll figure out what goes on there. And if I play good, like I have in the past at times, I'll continue to play and be a productive summer. But if I don't play well, like anything else in life, I probably don't deserve to keep playing, so I won't. It's just one of those things. In this game, you reap you get out of what you put into it. So yeah, so I will have opportunities. Yeah.
Well, do you ever get around with Will and Wyatt at all, and your wife Ann? Do they ever play?
You know, they never have. Wyatt did in high school a little bit. But
Wyatt got a 79 the last day at Weibring. Wyatt did great in that run, the fourth place for Centennial that year. He had a great run.
I know. He has some talent. I think he wishes he maybe could do it all over again and learn from that stuff. But no, he has some skill.
Yeah. So you guys just keep it going. I mean, obviously, we're going to be tracking all of it. Can we watch this thing on the TV by this point? A lot of it should be on TV now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So a week from this Wednesday, it's on TV. The final 15 teams make the cut on Monday. Then they show that on TV, and then it goes to match play on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Well, listen, we can't be rooting for you anymore, Mike, but terrific. Again. It's a remarkable thing to watch. And I guess you just signed 20 more years as the golf coach. Is that what I understand?
Congratulations.
20 more years, Mike? Is that what I understand?
No, I don't think that's the case. I'm a little old. I'm getting up there. You know?
Right. Well, you could be 80 and smoke everybody, Bubba. That's how. Listen, keep it going. We're proud of you. We're excited for you. We're rooting for you, and I hope you win the whole darn thing.
Well, thank you, everybody. It's always fun talking to you guys.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Mike Small, the head golf coach, University of Illinois. The men are headed to the national championship again. It's kind of Forrest Gump. I had to go to the White House again. National championship again.
May 24th through the 29th. Goal line.
It never happened again. This is a very remarkable period for Illinois golf. For those who care, enjoy, because this is just something that in golf you don't dominate like that. It just isn't like that. He dominates. He's won 90 times as a coach. It's just unusual.
Yes.
All right, 847 ESPN 93.5.
Tapman's Towing reminds all Illini fans, when you're on the road and see lights flashing, move over and use caution passing. Let's all get home safe tonight.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on-site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne is home of the Sarah One Price Promise, delivering an honest and transparent buying experience. Hurry in or shop online at sarahchampagne.com.
Bring on spring. Get the light and delicious Greek pizza, topped with premium mozzarella, feta, new sliced Kalamata olives, diced tomatoes, mild peppers, and red onions. It's the best Detroit-style pizza around with a crispy, crunchy, cheesy crust to the edge. Hurry in and enjoy a large Greek Detroit-style pizza for $16.99. Code word Greek. Jets. Better because it has to be.
Sticky nights and stuffy rooms make it hard to enjoy your home during the summertime? Call Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing to make sure your air conditioning is working at its peak performance. Tune up your AC by joining the maintenance program and get all the perks it has to offer. Call Dogtown to come out for a no-cost quote to upgrade your system today with a Lennox high-efficiency system that will be sure to save you money on your energy bills and let you relax comfortably. Call 217-841-4728 or visit dogtownheatingandair.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Champaign County Fair is looking for queen contestants for the July 14th pageant in Kessler Hall. Young women between the ages of 16 and 21 who live in Champaign County and Little Miss contestants from 6 to 10 years old can hear details about the competition on May 21st. Learn more about what it takes to represent Champaign County by clicking on the application link at champaigncountyfair.cc. The Champaign County Fair welcomes Josh Turner July 26th.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Well, sometimes first responders, they all need a training. Sometimes the volunteer fire departments don't have the funds to do that. Randy Shannon with Blue Crew, how are you?
Great. How are you doing this morning?
Good, man. Appreciate you being on.
Blue Crew's raising some scholarship money tonight, right?
Raising money. What are you doing about that tonight?
What we're doing, a lot of people know about our Chaz McCrone Memorial Firefighter Scholarship. We've given away 5 scholarships to date in memory of one of our fallen brothers who was a captain on the Sodom Fire Department. And we raise money every year to pay a young man or woman's way through IFSI Fire Safety Institute fire training to become a firefighter. And we're trying, everyone knows us for that, we're trying to broaden our horizons and help more first responders by possibly also giving out a police scholarship so they can go to police training, and possibly an EMT scholarship also. So the purpose of tonight is we're having a dinner at the Venue CU downtown starting at 6 o'clock. There's a lot of great raffle stuff. There's a silent auction. We have 10 vacations to give away tonight. You can come in and get everything ranging from Mexico to Hawaii, and you can get a nice vacation for the family for cheap. And we're going to be broadening our horizon on our scholarship funds.
Nice. Sounds great, Randy. As far as the entertainment and things like that, the dinner, let's talk about what happens when we pay our $25 ticket at the Venue CU tonight.
Absolutely. What will happen tonight, we have live entertainment going on. When we get there, we have a couple acoustic bands that'll be playing for you, a little bit of dinner music and some other tunes. And we also have former scholarship recipients coming to speak on what it's meant to them. We have a couple representatives of IFSI, Fire Safety Institute, coming to speak on what it's meant to their institute. And we just think it's a great thing. All 5 of the scholarships we have given away, all 5 of those young men now work permanently as firefighters on department.
Nice.
Well, Randy, it
Thanks
sounds
for doing
wonderful.
this.
I can't believe you can still get in at only $25. That sounds like you're feeding them. Wow, that's a good deal.
Yeah, $25 includes your dinner from Black Dog. It also includes a free drink, and all the entertainment, everything comes with it. So $25 is an amazing price, and we couldn't thank the venue CU enough. If you haven't been to that location, it is absolutely gorgeous, and we've got a lot of people, Campus Inc., Depke, that have helped get us here, Rocket Motors in Tolono, just a lot of people that we want to thank, and a lot of those people that have sponsored our golf outings or sponsored holes on our golf outings, we have invited tonight to be guests of ours and come and enjoy dinner and see a little bit more about our missions.
Appreciate what you're doing. Good luck. Is there a website anybody can get the information last minute?
There absolutely is. Go to the venue at CU, and all of our information, our flyer is right there on there, or you could go to Central Illinois Blue Crew.
All right, Randy Shannon, keep up your good work. Good work. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for your support.
Our pleasure. Blue Crew, tonight, venue, CU venue?
Yes, essentially an online search, Blue Crew in Central Illinois or the venue CU in downtown Champaign.
Yep, and you probably will get some good deals on those vacations.
Absolutely. Those auction items are awesome.
Yeah, and it's going to go to this. So you might go to Hawaii for $2,000 and, it'll really help them.
Love it.
Okay, we appreciate it. Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the weekend.
I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Take charge of the years ahead with a smart, sound investment strategy and business succession plan. Busey Bank's business and wealth management experts help you envision your best future with powerful insights and proven strategies. Building business and growing wealth since 1868. Busey Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Coming Saturday, June 22nd, it's the Cardinal Bus Trip, brought to you by Route 66 Solar. Yes, join us for a beautiful day in St. Louis as we take on the San Francisco Giants. For information about our suite and all the beverages and food that are included, and a wonderful motor coach from Timmy Tours, simply text in BUS to 217-359-2255. Join us Saturday, June 22nd for the annual Cardinal Bus Trip from ESPN 93.5.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
As Tapman's Towing celebrates 50 years of serving Central Illinois, we're always seeking good people to serve our great customers. Our team of expert tow professionals would like to interview others with CDLs, previous tow experience, or a strong interest in serving others. If you enjoy serving people, love working in the outdoors, and looking for a career, not just a job, we should talk soon. Do you have a strong desire but lack the experience? we should still talk. Visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.